What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome to another video. It's currently Sunday the 30th of July 2023. It's 11:16 p.m. and I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. We've just hit 300 subscribers, so welcome. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into things. I'm gonna start with the weekly. We do start a new month in this week. We start August, which is crazy to think. So I think Monday night or Tuesday I'm going to do a full breakdown of my monthly expectations and stuff, but this is just going to run through my expectations for the week, and we'll talk about last week's trading as well. So you can see last week we traded higher. We pushed into the fair value gap, which was resting here between this low and this high. So this orange box here, you can see we traded into that, and we closed just below the 50% level, which is delineated here with this red line here. And the fact that we closed below it is pointing to lower prices. I do want to see lower dollar in general, so this is nice to see. I'd like to see if we can leave this range on the downside this week, meaning that if the daily candles continue to close below the 50% level, then I want to see us start to push lower, and I'll then have my eyes set on this daily swing low here. So yeah, we traded up into this breaker, low, high, low, low. So this makes this wick here a candle. You can see a breaker. We traded right into that, and if we drop down to the daily, you'll see more specifically where we traded to. I had my eyes set on this box. If you watched last week's videos, you'll know this, but this breaker here, we touched it and then price rejected it straight away, which is lovely to see, and the daily candle closed just below the 50% level, again showing respect to bearishness. When price closes below the consequent encroachment, which is this, I'm gonna just type in C.E, put it in the middle, put it in the right. So when price closes below consequent encroachment, that is that's good to see if you're expecting lower prices. So again, with Monday's trading, we'll see what happens. I want to see us close below it again so that we can start to look for potentially lower prices. But right now you can see we're in quite a bit of a consolidation, so it's just a matter of time and seeing how Monday trades. Also, with the fact that we're starting a new month, I can imagine price action is going to get quite messy in general, to be honest. But yeah, it was nice to see us trade right to the pip and reject. If we drop down to the 4 hour, we can look at that a little bit better. You can see we traded aggressively higher, pushed right into that fair value gap, took out buy side liquidity resting here. You can see we then consolidated, just tapped up above this swing high here, taking out buy stops, and then what happened, we rejected and we broke structure. Now the breaking market structure can be seen more clearly here. As you can see, we went below this short-term low. Have we closed below this low yet? We've wicked down below this low here, so I see that as a breaking market structure, but it'll be nice to see. What I want to see is price close below that low. So although we've wicked down there, I'll be way more confident to see lower prices once we actually close below it. As in, once we see like an hourly candle or something close below that, then I'll be like, cool, we can start looking for lower prices, start looking for us to run into these lows and potentially this sell side liquidity resting below here. So yeah, again, you know how it goes. Mondays, I don't really trade them, especially in conditions like this. I'd definitely leave Monday out because I want to see how price trades. There is potential for us to still want to gravitate up and take out these highs, but preferably I'd like to see us start to push lower. So we'll go to GBP and we'll start on let me just get rid of this. We'll start on the monthly, and I'll show you what's going on here. So we'll go to the weekly actually. So you can see last week we traded higher, and then we closed pretty close to the opening price, and we kind of just wicked, and now we're staying within this range. So we've been quite consolidated with this between this low and this high now. We did trade up into we traded up into this order block, and I've still got my eyes on this massive fair value gap from this low to this high, because it's interesting to see how price is consolidating within that. So we'll take a deeper look at this. Let's make it red, and I'll mark out the 50% level of that too. So that's going to be 5.8. So you can see how we traded. Well, this is the weekly, but we traded up to the 50%. It came down, traded back into this bullish order block, then aggressively pushed higher, ran into this bearish order block here, and then we got rejected, turned around, and look where price closed, above the 50% level. So that's nice to see. If we go to the daily, you can see we traded down into a breaker. The breaker that was created is this candle here, low, high, low, low, and then we break higher. I'll show you that with a, what's it called? A path. We'll show you with the path. So we've got a low, a high, a low, low, and then we break higher. So that means that, oh, let me do that again. Low, high, low, low, high, high. And then you'll see that that would then mean that this candle here is the, these candles make the breaker block. So, so I'll mark that out with a rectangle. And you can see how we traded nicely into that. And if we drop down to the 4 hour, we'll be able to see that a lot more clearly. So let's make that orange for now. I'm also going to mark out the 50% level of this, because this is what allows you to see and understand 676, what price is referring to. There we go. We'll make this one red. Get rid of that. And we'll drop down to the 4 hour. So you can see, I'm going to get rid of this now. You can see we consolidated, left it, and then as soon as we traded above this high here, just here, came down, touched the 50% level and left it. And since we've returned to it, and you can see we're now finding support. We're just taking out sell stops here, and we're just finding support above that 50% level of the bigger fair value gap. So with that in mind, again, I want to see price show, if price will continue to respect this 50% level, this white one, if we are to see higher prices. So that's what I'm going to watch out for Monday. Again, if we start to push higher, then I'd like to start, I don't think that we're likely going to run into these highs here and eventually this buy side liquidity. But as I said earlier, the fact that we start a new month this week, you know, probability is a little bit low and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm not going to be too sure until after Monday's trading, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in terms of my expectations. Again, I want to see higher prices. It's nice to see a break in market structure here. You see how this high got taken? So it's likely price might want to draw one more time down. We have a breaker here, very small breaker, low, high, low, low, then we break. So you might want to keep your eyes on this level here, which happens to be the 50% level of the bigger fair value gap. I hope this all makes sense, guys. By the way, I am aware I am moving quite fast. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. And the reason I was saying that I'm not sure until Monday, because Tuesday is when August actually starts. And remember, if I'm expecting a bullish month, which I believe I am, then the low of the month will have to be made around Tuesday. Well, probably this week or next week, but I guess we'll see. And yeah, it's just a matter of waiting at this point. We can take a quick look at euro dollar. I haven't looked at euro in a while. You can see euros traded down into this order block, right to the open of it, in fact. So now again, I'd then therefore expect us to have an up close week, because we've traded down to the order block. So now I'm expecting some kind of hunt for some premium PD arrays. One thing to note when looking for things like this, we can mark the low and the high, and that gives us our range. You can see that we've got at the 50% level, so I'm now looking for PD arrays that rest above this 50% level. What do we have? We have a swing high here, buy side liquidity, and then if we drop down to the daily, I'm sure we can find a lot more. So there's actually relative equal highs here and a fair value gap resting up there. So there is reason for price to want to gravitate up there, especially after trading down to this bullish order block. And again, that would be showing respect to this fair value gap, which would then act as like a breakaway gap, which would, you know, is positive for bullish movements. So yeah, these are some beautiful relative equal highs that I can imagine price is going to want to draw to. If we drop down to the 1 hour, let's see if we can see anything else. Got a low, high, low, low. So again, this will be the breaker, or even here even. But yeah, let's see if price wants to draw higher, take out that buy side liquidity, and then we'll probably be at Tuesday by that time, and we can have a better look at the IPTA data ranges, and where price is likely to draw for the rest of the month. But yeah, that's everything, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, hello to all my new subscribers. Welcome. I'm looking forward to this week in general. And yeah, hope everyone's well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.